Dude, is it working? What up, guys? As you can see, I went and enjoyed the fireworks with my buddy, and he was being so silly, dude. He was watching his phone for literally at least half of the fireworks show because he couldn't get the radio to connect on his phone that he had connected through Bluetooth his speaker so he could play the song that goes along with the fireworks show because they play it on the local radio station. And everything everything he was using on his app wasn't working. So that was pretty fun. And I literally told him like 6 or 7 times, just stop trying to make it work. It keeps failing. And I gave him other options before that to try to help him to get it to work, but nothing was working and it kept failing because too many people were on it at once. And I kept telling him that, but he wouldn't put it down. So he missed a whole bunch of the fireworks show. But it was fun. It was good. He has some kids and stuff, so they had some personal fireworks and we were lighting those off and then talking shit afterwards. It was a fun time. But I just wanted to follow up, okay? Just give you my perspective on what I was talking about in those last videos. Because not only, dude, would I probably have written it off and not thought anything about it if it just happened one time, but if you guys heard what I was talking about, it happened like a bunch of times. And so, happened once, whatever, that was weird, but then that same pattern of weird shit kept repeating. And I mean, I'm just relaying my experience of things, and could something be just not happening and I'm just reading way too much into things? Yes. But seeing the repeated pattern and all the same type of shit in the environment, my internal state, and the way I actually felt in the world, and like everything that's happening in the moment, taking all of that really seems weird, okay? Now, let me just explain some things mechanistically of how something like that would happen, because everybody's perception is all building into one thing that's kind of constantly creating reality. Actually, every animal, plants, tree, like everything is living in some way and they're all kind of contributing to it. But humans are contributing a real big part of the way your brain is interpreting the whole projection of everything that you're seeing and experiencing with all of your senses. So it's down to that level of, it's very close to everything else that is happening around you because everybody's contributing to it, but you can get into a certain state. Let's think of reality. Everybody's conscious awareness feeding into this bubble that is creating reality, okay? You can get into such a high state and go so deep into like kind of the source code of things. It's almost as if once you reach a point, you can pop out of that bubble and make another little surface bubble. You know how bubbles will do that sometimes? You have the main one and then a tiny little bubble will pop out on the surface. That's you. Your contribution to all of reality that was created, it came from that bubble that everybody else was contributing to. So you take all of that with you, but now you're almost in your own version of the thing you just left that mostly everybody is contributing to. This happens with all of us, and most of us experience just the inside of the main bubble all the time, but when you get real weird, you can pop out of that bubble and kind of have your own experience of things in a way, and it's just a little glitchy sometimes. So either. Because when that shit would happen, I try to think about it, and like, I've had a lot of time to unpack and try to think about what the fuck. So it's almost kind of like just a different bubble of reality. So with enough attention and focus, even if someone isn't in the immediate area, you have such an imprint of that person supposed to be in that area. And so when you trigger something like that, it could almost just pop it into reality because it's believable enough. Belief is actually, guys, seriously, with a lot of these videos, right? I'm actually not trying to dismantle your belief system. I'm trying to let you use the belief system that you created and the way that you got to this point in your life and how you have thought about the world. Use that belief system. Now, build on top of it. Your beliefs actually are such a huge key in the way that you're able to manifest things and bring things into your reality. And actually, there's, weird stuff that'll happen if you put the intention out. Somebody makes a decision that maybe that wouldn't happen if you didn't send the intention. It gets shipped, or this happens and it goes down this street when all this traffic was over here. You get it sooner. Like, whatever the manifestation, the universe has a way of letting those thoughts travel out into the universe and pull it into your reality if your belief system and your mind and your perception, like everything lines up at the right time. You can rapidly increase the rate at which that is happening, and the probability of weird things that most likely not would happen most of the time. If you're in that state, you increase the probability of that thing somehow working. And because of your belief system, you allow it to become real.